Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of news, a little bit different from the commentary or box opening videos that I've been doing because there is a new Bandai trading card game that is going to be coming to English here within the next year, I would say. A little less than a year. It is Union Arena. Now, Union Arena is a trading card game that has been going on in Japan since the spring of 2023. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but it has popular IP titles similar to how Weiss Schwarz kind of does it. They release a IP expansion, aka like for example Jujutsu Kaisen, right? And in that set is a whole bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen cards. Now we'll get into a little bit more about the game later, but this account popped up. The official Union Arena English account popped up and was created and announced that Union Arena English, the version, is coming in October 2024. So this is very exciting. This is an interesting card game that I know a lot of at least One Piece players play over in Japan. There's some crossover with the Union Arena card game. I wouldn't say that it's as big as One Piece over in Japan and stuff, but it's a fun game from what I've heard and what I've seen up to this point. So I'm very excited to be able to get into it and be able to play it as well. Now in here, as you can see in the graphic, there are three different popular shonen IPs that they showcase in here. They showcase Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, and then also Hunter x Hunter. Now, because this isn't verified or anything like that, a lot of people may be like, I don't really believe that. Well, if you go to the Union Arena website, the Union Arena website does showcase in there that it is actually starting soon. So good news on that part. There's an official release in here, and we'll talk more about that release. They even showcase some of the cards that are going to be in the set. I'll zoom in a little bit right here. You've got a Gon card, a Yuji card, and an Ichigo Kurosaki card right here, all with English text on them and stuff. These are different ones. These are all parallel cards, 1-star parallel cards, which is one of the different kinds of rarities that you have in at least the Japanese boxes, and it looks like we'll see that rarity also in the English version. So we're going to talk about the game today. We're going to talk about the news that's related to this because there's some free stuff that you can actually potentially get just like later this week, even at the time of this recording, just right after Christmas. So make sure to subscribe for more content. We'll talk about more news of Union Arena as information that comes out, but I'm only going to give you stuff that is official. And if there's anything that is speculation, if there's anything that's just my personal guess of what I think it's going to do, because it is a Bandai card game, I do have stuff that I've collected through Bandai with One Piece and Digimon, and then also Dragon Ball is another source of info that we can maybe gauge from as well. I will make sure to make that very clear and transparent. So they did reveal three different titles, as you can see right here, and it is the ones that we talked about, the three that are on the graphic. It does not say, though, that they are releasing, I mean, they'll eventually release all three of them, but they don't exactly say when they're going to release all three of them. If we look over what they did in Japan, if you look at the Union Arena website kind of translated into Japan, we saw that Code Geass, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Hunter x Hunter were the first three sets that released, all releasing on the same day, March 24th, 2023. So a little bit interesting that the English version is going a little bit different with the Bleach. It is specifically Bleach: The Thousand-Year Blood War, which, if you're not following the anime, is I think currently about to wrap up in terms of the production. The manga has been done for a while. I've even done some videos on the other channel of Bleach and the manga, reading that. So Very interesting to see this change. They do have two of the three that are the same, though. I would say that Bleach probably in the United States is much more popular than Code Geass, but Code Geass does have a very dedicated fan base, I will say, in my opinion. So I'm excited for all three of those sets. They also have Idol Masters, Shiny Colors, and Demon Slayer that released on the same day a month later in April. Then a month later again, they had Tales of Arise. I've actually never heard of this IP before. And also, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. So their first couple months of having this in Japan released really, really fast. Like, what is it? Six different sets, seven sets in a 3 month span. Then they kind of took a break until the oh wow, actually, this is a little bit out of order. They went to what is this? Roboco and Me, I think this series is called. This is like a comedy seinen series. I think it's seinen. It might be shonen. But anyways, kind of a comedy series that a lot of people have enjoyed in the U.S. and in Japan. They had that and My Hero Academia coming out on the same day on June 30th, and then Set 11 being July 28th, as well as Set 12, and then also the Bleach set, Set 8, releasing on September 29th. So at the time of this recording, they also have a Tenkin series, and so 13 sets as of right now have been released. And you can see on here that in the future, I don't know where set 14 is though. They go straight from 13 to 15. So maybe it'll be announced at a later date what set 14 is, but kicking off the new year, they'll go into Sword Art Online, Synduality Nor. I don't exactly know what this is, and I don't know what this is either, but they'll have more IPs releasing, and that's going to be releasing like 3 sets in 2 months. So we don't exactly know what it's going to be like in English. Again, we just know 3 titles that have been revealed that are going to be translated into the English version. And to be honest, we don't even know exactly if it's going to be translated. We just know that there's 3 cards here. I think it's safe to assume through like seeing One Piece, for example. One Piece is a pretty one for one on like bringing sets over and the different cards that are in this game. So I think it would be safe to say that the card list in like Jujutsu Kaisen, for example, is going to be the same in English as it is in Japan, but we also don't know if similar in Japanese when they release 3 sets at the same time. We don't know exactly yet if they'll do the same thing for English. If I had to take a guess, I think that they will, just to kind of promote like a variety in the card game. Like, right, like not every single player is playing Jujutsu Kaisen right out of the gate, right? If you go to a local card shop that is having a local weekly tournament, you know, you're probably going to see a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, but you'll see some Hunter x Hunter and you'll see some Bleach people. So I think it'd be really nice if they released all 3 at the same time. Unfortunately for my wallet, I don't think it would be like that as a collector. I don't think it would like that, but I think it would probably be within their best interest. So there's another thing that I want to talk about with the Union Arena that I haven't seen anybody talk about, and it's something that I actually found out on my own just doing a little bit of research about what I want to talk about in this video. It is the Union Arena lobby announcement. So alongside their announcement of the English card game, they also have a special announcement coming in the Metaverse lobby. So this is an event that's happening on December 27th from 9 p.m. or well, it's starting at 9 p.m. EST or 6 p.m. PST, depending on what side of the United States that you're in. If you're in like Europe or something, I'm sorry, I don't know the time difference, but I know that's like super, super late for you. So but anyway, there's going to be an announcement in there, and this is essentially, I have gone in there already, and I'll go in there later, but it's basically like a Club Penguin type of thing. I think that's my best example, where you're in this like online lobby and you have this avatar persona, and you get to go around and do different things in there. So let's take a little bit about what the official press release says. So It is lavish, latest news for Union area release, messages from the voice actors, which they're showcasing several of the voice actors. So this is Ichigo Kurosaki's voice actor, who is officially Masakazu Morita. Apologies for butchering the name. We got Megumi Han here, which is Otama in One Piece, Kana from Oshinoko, and stuff like that. And then also Junya Enoki, who is the Itadori Yuji in Jujutsu Kaisen, and a bunch of other characters, including the main character in Campfire Cooking. My skill is absurd, or whatever it's called. I watched it; it was fun. You should watch it too. Anyways, so they're bringing in all these characters, and you can get special things, which I assume is just like pre-recorded things that they've done. And there's even a present for the first 1,000 attendees who answer the survey. So that's where you can get potentially your free stuff. So very, very interesting in that as well. And there's going to be an online event. Content is announced for Union Arena English version. It'll take place in the Bandai Metaverse lobby. And so if you look and scroll down further in here, it does look like they have sort of a like online simulator for the game that you can play, and presumably this is going to be through the metaverse lobby, I would think. And so you could probably go on there and challenge. It does say in here, I saw it. Let me pull it up. You will be playing against a CPU, a free battle against the CPU, and I assume this is what they're showing. You're playing the Hunter x Hunter deck, playing the CPU, kind of learning how the game goes. But in there, right, starting at 9 p.m., you can't go and do this now at the time of this recording, or maybe before then, but at 9 p.m., you can go into the Meta Universe lobby, and you can actually do the first 1,000 qualifying people will receive 2 demo decks chosen randomly from Jujutsu Kaisen, Hunter x Hunter, and Bleach. It will be shipped to their home. So we are talking about free demo decks, 2 demo decks at random. You will not get all 3, you'll only get 2. So that'll be really interesting on the resale market to try to get like the third one that you didn't get. I'm really curious to see about that. But you will want to go in and do that. To get in there, I think all you had to do is click go to the presentation venue. Yes, this is the link. So you just click that on there, and I will release I will put in the Union Arena TCG page in the description below in case you want to go. And so again, it's opening. It's open that you can get in there on 8:30 on December 27th, and the event starts at 9 p.m. You cannot get in there right now. I'm looking at it. It's December 21st at the time of this recording. But what you can do is you can go into the Metaverse lobby. So I'm jumping in there real quick to kind of show you exactly what it does. Highly recommend that you get a mouse if you're going to go in there, because it is a little tough to navigate if you're just using a mouse pad instead of like an actual mouse. So here's my little default character in here, and you use WASD to move around. You click the mouse and you scroll to move to the different things. You can't really click and interact on anything that they have in here. The only things that you can do before the event happens is you can click on these video things, which I assume during the event will actually be like the voice actors doing their things. So I don't know exactly where the game will be. I assume that this is probably where it would go, is you would go this way. Again, I don't know that for sure. Oh gosh, I'm looking at it like 10 days, or not 10 days, like almost a week in advance, a little bit over a week in advance. But that's the Metaverse lobby. And then again, through there, you'll be able to play the thing. You'll be able to do the questionnaire. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I would recommend that you try to get in at 8:30 when it officially opens up, because I assume that it's going to be a absolute nightmare. I assume there's probably going to be a lot of people. It's probably going to crash a lot, and that'll leave you some stuff for the questionnaire. So again, this is the very, very new stages of the announcement. This is just the announcement that it is coming. There's still a lot of information that we don't know, like what the first set is going to be. Are they going to release all these sets at the same time? What do booster packs look like? In Japan, the first several sets had 20 packs for a booster box. But now in the recent sets, it's 16 packs in a booster box, and a case before was 12 boxes, I believe, but now there's 16, I think. So like there's a lot still to be determined about what the product is going to look like in general. All we just have is the announcement reveal and then some card reveals. So when we get that information, I'll probably cover it on this channel. So again, subscribe if you would like to learn, and also if you want to learn how to play, I'll put this in the description too. If you're like me and you've never played Union Arena or watched a game of Union Arena before like looking up and seeing this YouTube video, and now my recommended is cluttered with Union Arena, you can see on the side. Union Arena has actually a really good um, tutorial video with English subtitles in here, so you can like watch them play and see how they're playing the game. This looks crazy probably for the average person, but once you watch, it's actually pretty thorough and really easy to understand, especially if you played card games like Weiss or One Piece. So very excited for this. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it's a game that I'll take insanely seriously, but I think it'll be a really fun game to play in my arsenal of the TCGs that I have, or possibly just, fun to collect in general. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, let me know which deck you would want to play. Do you want to play Jujutsu Kaisen first, Bleach, or Hunter x Hunter? Or maybe do you just want to wait and see what the card effects do and just play the BDIF, the best deck in format, which I can't blame you, to be honest. But thank you again. Check out more. I don't know.